Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, after what happened at JKIA, when we had the power blackout, whereby even in some terminals, all the operation was stopped. So, the KIA Managing Director, Alex Gidari, was fired by Kipchumba Murkomen after a meeting with the board of directors. So Kipchumba Murkomen literally just fired the MD, not even considering terminating his contract. You know, by terminating contract, it means you pay him all his salary and the due for the remaining part of the contract. But then with that move, it means there will be a possible lawsuit. But then, after that move, there has been a bitter exchange between Kipchumba Murkomen and the former Mukurweini, Member of Parliament, Kabando. And in fact, Kabando is alleging that the plan to fire the KIA MD Alex Gidari, it was already in place, but they were just waiting for an excuse. And when an excuse knocked the door, they said hallelujah, and it was now the right time to fire him. He is also asking questions. As Kipchumba Murkomen was firing the KIA MD, what about other individuals like Chiri, who is in charge of energy? What about Kipchumba Murkomen himself? And what about the Kenya Power MD and other individuals who have not been touched? Those are the questions he's asking, and because of that, he still maintained that the plan to fire the MD was UDS agenda, and time had come, that's why he was fired. So I want us to go through the exchange between Kipchumba Murkomen and Kabando. But before we go deep into that, just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And to our channel subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. I'm telling you, if you check on response from Kipchumba Murkomen, you will be surprised. Is Kipchumba Murkomen really a CS, or who is he? Because his response is so much casual and is even taking a tribal direction. This is what Kabando said. It was already in the book that Ruto's UDA was craving to out KIA MD Alex Gidari. The excuse to sack him arrived last night. Rais won't sack his men, CS Murkomen and CS Chiri. Sacred cows and cooking whiskey at KPLC, KIA. We need Ruto to succeed, but he is tribal, inept, and chaotic. Kipchumba Murkomen responded, and this was the response from Kipchumba Murkomen. You are suffering from acute mtu syndrome, even where it is completely unnecessary. You don't know me. I will deal with all the state departments and agencies under me professionally, and I do not care about your tribe. I want result, period. That was Kipchumba Murkomen. Now, Kabando responded, and this is the response from Kabando. CS, why are you bringing this Mutuyetu angle to an issue of grave national concern? Must you see ethnic matrix in every matter? Now, how does Mutuyetu come in? Disaster of UDA shareholders, or are they deodorants Causing civil stiff is apt question. Sit down to ponder. Kipchumba also again continue to challenge him. I challenge you to apply for the position of MDKAA when we advertise soon. If you convince the interview panel, I will appoint you without hesitating. Now, just look at the cheek response from Kipchumba Murkomen, just to try and silence Kabando. That is now cheek. But Kabando also continued, and this is what he's saying. CS, you are personalizing a public query. I am not interested in any UDA jobs. Address the issue that I have raised in good faith. Stop diversionary, desperate tactic to justify UDA's blatant ethnic firedom and a risk to divide our sovereign diversity. I mean well, please sober up. He continued, Waziri, you know me, I was in Bunge with you in 2013-17. My position then on against corruption, nepotism, cronyism, and tribalism, NYS, Galana Kulalu, Anglolism, Eurobond, SGR, SkyTeam, is matter of public record. Stop the fallacy of misrecordium. Address the issue at hand. So he is reminding him what he has always stood for. And it has gone to the record. It can be rechecked in the Hansard. And lastly, this is what he's telling Kipchumba Murkomen. As a state officer, you must get used to objective public censure, critique, problem, and criticism. You have no record of fighting corruption or tribalism, but you are a well-educated man who can do well if you free self from captivity of cronyism, favorism, ethnic prejudice, chickenry. Those are the exchanges between Kipchumba Murkomen and Kabando. Now, with that, you would see Kipchumba Murkomen, who seemingly is emotional in his response to Kabando. I think Kipchumba would have just answered Kabando in good faith without going emotional on this issue. So by the fact that he's going emotional, to some extent, it then justify the allegation that Kabando is bringing forward, that these people did not want the KAMD Alex Gitari to continue with the job. He justified it by his emotional reaction, that they were just waiting for an excuse to remove him from that position. Now, with all this, we ask ourselves a question. Is it that it is only JKIA that was affected in this country? Because the way Kipchumba Murkomen is taking this discussion, he's going too low. The truth is that it's not only JKIA that was affected. There were so many other areas, including even your own house was affected. Talk of hospitals. Just check on emergency areas. We are talking about the children who are in, nursery, the tube, and all those other things. Those people who are on live machine. Then we are talking about power outrage. Power outrage can be caused by many other things. Human, animal, and someone can just stage this thing to happen. But look on how extent it is going to touch on people's life. That means even someone can lose a life. Someone who was in hospital on a machine, you can end up losing your life. Those babies on tubes, they can end up just losing their lives. You talk about the operation areas. People are going in through surgery and all those other things. Then the whole operation is brought down. So with all this, it means someone in senior position has to take responsibility. So going only for the JKIA MD, the KAMD, just because something happened at JKIA, it is not enough. And Kipchumba Murkomen is taking this position, these measures, just because JKIA is an institution where many people are putting their eyes. It is serving international, and because of that, it can easily expose so many things in this country. But the question is, what about hospitals? Was all the hospitals in this country continued with their operation without any problem? The answer is no. You go to the Kenyatta National Hospital. Some areas, there was no power. It was total blackout. What is he doing about that? That means in as much Kipchumba has fired someone from a job, he should have also resigned. Because this mess is even going to your house, leave alone hospitals also. Watu wengi chakula imeharibika kwa manyumba. Watu wanaweka chakula kwa fridge, saizi fridge zinanuka. Chakula imeharibika, stima inakuja inaenda. So it means many people have even lost in a big way. For those who are in business, unajua watu wenye wanarani hii biashara, these small stores, retailers, hawana backups. So it means your whole stock goes bad. It means now you have to face losses. With all this, someone should take responsibility. Okay, JKIA, because there was a mess, KIA MD has to take responsibility. What about these other losses in hospitals, in our homes, in retailers, in other business areas? What about Kenya Power? Who is going to take responsibility? Kipchumba Murkomen has to answer that question. Because of that, that's why Kabando is saying that there was just a plan to fire this guy because in other areas, there's no one who is taking responsibility for all those messes. With that, you can see sense in what Kabando is saying here. So Kipchumba Murkomen still has issues to solve. Hii mambo haijaisha. He has, as an individual, take responsibility for all this mess.